Hey, I'm KB Kwan from Taste of Asian Food. In today's videos, I will show you how to use my Char Siu sauce, that is the Chinese barbecue sauce that I have already made, to pan fry the tofu. I have made the Chinese barbecue sauce, that's a Char Siu sauce, and I've uploaded it before. But for today's, for your convenience, I will just quickly repeat the process so that you can just watch these videos and complete the whole recipe. As the name implies, barbecue sauce, Chinese style, there's a Char Siu sauce is used to make Char Siu. But today I will use the same sauce to make tofu instead. All you need to do is to combine all these ingredients together, and that will be the Char Siu sauce. I've mixed the oyster sauce and the dark soy sauce in a small bowl, and then I'll follow by light soy sauce, followed by the red fermented bean curd, and I need to mash it a little so that it is easier to mix together before I add it into the bowl. And then the Chinese wine, Hoisin sauce, and then Chu Hou sauce. If you don't have Chu Hou sauce, just double up the amount of Hoisin sauce. And followed by sugar. And lastly, some salt and Chinese 5-spice powder. And because of the sugar and also the fermented bean curd is a little hard to dissolve, I decided to just pop into the microwave for a short while. This is my homemade Chinese barbecue sauce. I'm pretty sure that if you want to simplify this further, you can just purchase the ready-made one from the Asian grocery store. The next item is a tofu that I use. This is a tofu that I use. It is by right, it is actually a firm tofu, but because there's still a lot of water inside and I want to pan fry it, I actually put a heavy plate on it for about half an hour. This is the second time I'm going to pour away the water. It's quite a lot of water that actually came out from the tofu. By doing so, the tofu is now firmer and is easier to pan fry. Rather than you straight away pan fry from the tofu, just take it out from the packaging, which contains a lot of water. Cut the slab of tofu into 3 parts. Because the tofu is wet, therefore I need to coat it with corn flour before pan frying. Try to pan fry all 4 sides so that it all turns golden brown. When it's done, remove the tofu from the pan. After pan frying the tofu, saute the ginger, garlic, and the scallion. The original recipe is to marinate the meat with these 3 ingredients, the ginger, garlic, and scallion, together with the barbecue sauce. Since today we pan fried the tofu and not going to marinate the tofu, so I add these 3 ingredients back to the sauce. Now once it turns aromatic, I'll then add the sauce to it. And add a little bit of water too. Now return the tofu back to the pan slowly. and then let it simmer slowly and let the sauce reduce to become thick enough so that the sauce will be able to cling on to the surface. And carefully turn it to the other side. Now the sauce starts to thicken. I really prefer to let it to become very dry so that all the sauce will then cling onto the surface and part of it will then be absorbed and soaked into the center. Now the sugar is caramelized and it's become quite thick, and the color is quite similar to the Chinese barbecue pork char siu. Alright. Lastly, just heat up a little bit more of the char siu sauce with a little bit of water. And this will be the one that I will drizzle on top of the char siu, the tofu char siu, before I serve. Since tofu is fragile, I find that it is easier to use scissors to cut it into pieces rather than use a knife. And drizzle some more sauce on top of it before serving. That's how to make pan-fried tofu with Chinese barbecue sauce. That's a char siu sauce, and it tastes very similar to the original char siu, although the texture is different because it is tofu. And if you want to get the recipe, I've included in the description below the videos and also at the end of this video for your reference. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in some other video soon. Bye for now.